Am I the a-hole for wearing noise-canceling headphones at the dinner table? Okay, so I'd like to preface this by saying that I, 14F, have very good hearing. I would say it's better than average, which is strange because I tend to listen to a lot of music. Of course, better than average hearing can be great sometimes, but it can also be a pain, especially considering the fact that I am very sensitive to chewing noises. They truly disgust me, and this problem has been a real touchy subject in my family. I've told my parents about it before, but they usually write it off as me being extra sensitive because I haven't eaten enough that day or something, which I can partially understand, but I'm always sensitive to it. It's not too much of an issue back at home because our dining room table is pretty big and there's only ever about 3 or 4 of us there total. I usually sit at the end of the table, only next to one other person. I sometimes sneakily cover my ear to help muffle the noises. I am always able to still participate in conversation. Flash forward to this summer, where we are staying with a relative. There are 5 of us total. He, as well as most of my family, is a very loud talker and an especially loud chewer. The dining room table we sit at here is also slightly smaller. The noises have been pretty overwhelming, and I am now sitting with people on either side of me and across from me. Sometimes it gets so irritating, I feel I must excuse myself to the kitchen. I would also like to make clear that I am not willing to tell anybody in specific that they chew too loudly. I am not good at confrontation, and even if I was, I think that is extremely rude, and my discomfort shouldn't be anybody else's issue. I want a polite and sneaky solution to this problem. So, the other day, I had a great idea. I sneakily put my AirPods into my ears. No music playing, of course, and I covered them with my hair. I set them on noise canceling, and, as I expected, they did the job pretty well. I could hear less of everybody's chewing, but I could still hear their talking. As I said, they all talk very loud. It felt great, and I feel like as long as nobody can see them, it's not rude. Recently, however, my mom told me to take out my headphones. I guess she saw them, and I pulled her aside to explain why I had them, and that I could still hear everybody, but she got mad at me, saying that chewing noises were something I would just have to get used to and I shouldn't be immature. She said it was disrespectful to everybody at the table. So am I the a-hole for wearing noise-canceling headphones at the dinner table?
Here are the top comments, plus Opie's reply.
So, is this your first time being told you might be autistic, not even as a joke though?
OP replied,
No, I have been told that before, and it runs in my family. I should probably get tested?
Not the a-hole. Get earplugs, see if they work. Unlike AirPods, they don't suggest that you're listening to something other than the people around you. If anyone asks, you have sensitive hearing, and the plugs adjust the world's volume to a more comfortable level. All of which is true. You don't need to tell them you are disgusted by their chewing.